Welcome to the 7th annual birthday broadcast. I am your host, Thurgood Van Ivers, and SDP in conjunction with WHET Extemporaneous Radio would like to welcome you to this extraordinary once-in-a-lifetime event, the Tale of Robin Hood. Please gather your family and enjoy this monumental triumph of storytelling, drama, pathos, romance, adventure, suspense, action, and thrilling daring do. Once again, welcome to Silver Dome Radio and the 7th annual birthday broadcast. In the year of our Lord, 1215, King Henry III ascended to the throne of England. He summoned his scribe, Thaddeus, to visit the aged Sir John, believed to be the last surviving member of Robin Hood's merry band, to document the legend of Robin Hood for posterity. Thaddeus the scribe entered the old tavern where Sir John was known to frequent.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for Sir John.
Sir John? Well, look no further. I am Sir John.
My lord, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pull up a chair and have a pint.
Thank you. Sir, I've been sent by the king. You see, he would like to know the story of one Robin Hood.
The story of one Robin Hood?
If you would be so kind.
We'll need a few more pints, my boy. But sit down and I'll begin the tale.
Excellent.
A long time ago, in the depths of Sherwood Forest, Robin Hood and his merry band would embark on dangerous and daring exploits to benefit the poor and to bring the rich oppressors down.
Men, gather around.
Yes, sir, what are we going to do, sir?
I've thought of the most genius plan.
Oh, yeah, what is?
Well, Tucky, old boy, come here. You are going to take this duct tape, use it to tie the men up, the bumbling guards, tie their legs.
I have a question, sir. How are you going to tie their legs if they're guarding the treasure?
I hadn't thought about that. Well, we'll trip them.
Trip them,
with
very good.
The duct tape, and then tie them up.
I like it. I can do
Oh, I thought of it myself.
that. We love our Robin Hood, eh, boys, eh?
Sir, Mr. Robin Hood, sir.
Yes, sir.
They're coming down the road.
Oh, here they... Oh, all right, let's go, men.
All right, now if we see any of those merry men...
Oh, I know, they won't be so merry after we're done
No,
with them.
we'll teach them a thing or two. Hey, what was
Duct tape! Get them, men, let's go. Come on now.
And so Robin Hood and his merry band, they took the duct tape and they duct taped those guards' legs like there was no tomorrow.
What is this sticky silver stove?
And the guards were rendered inept and hapless. Robin Hood and his merry band took the gold.
Let's go, men.
This'll feed so many poor families. And with their loot, victorious, they scampered back into the forest from whence they came.
Victorious!
Leaving the hapless guards to ponder their fate in the binds of duct tape.
You know, King George, Prince George's not gonna be very happy about this.
No, Nathan's the sheriff.
Neither of them. They're gonna just kick us and call us names and
Just at that moment, Sir Guy of Gisborne came riding by and found them tied there.
What is this?
Oh, cigar! We are trapped in this sticky silver stuff.
How did this happen?
It was the merry band.
It was not so merry.
No.
It's somewhat of a facetious title.
Robin Hood!
Yes, Robin Hood. That's who it was,
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah.
He had green tights and a hat with a feather.
That's him. How dare you let him steal my gold!
Oh, it was his fault.
Oh, no, it wasn't me. It was you. You was the one talking about your chicken.
Enough!
And they went off to report this to the Sheriff of Nottingham in the nearby town and castle of Nottingham.
I suppose we should just hop on one foot back to the castle.
Yep, let's go.
Later on that day, Robin Hood and his merry band went into the village of Nottingham to deliver all the treasure and loot they'd stolen from the nefarious villains.
Poor townspeople. Gather round, come hither.
Robin Hood.
We have this loot that we looted, and we're gonna give it to you.
Here we go. Don't make a scene. Here we go. Some for you.
Equal rations.
Oh, Robin, I had a broken leg this whole time, and now I can have it set by a doctor.
Well, there you go, my fair old man.
Oh, Mr. Robin Hood will be able to feed my children.
Yes, madam.
Bless you, Robin Hood.
Bless you all.
Mr. Robin Hood, you're my favorite.
You're my favorite too, little tomboy.
Oh, Robin, you're so brave.
Oh, Maid Marian, you don't say so.
At that point, two guards came hopping their way into the town.
Boy, I'm about all hopped out. Look at all these people they seem to be celebrating. Oh, it's a party. I love parties.
But just at that moment, the Sheriff of Nottingham appeared, riding down from the castle to see what the commotion was in the town.
Hey, it's the sheriff. Hey, sheriff!
Hey, we gotta sketch it, boys. Let's get out of here.
Oh my, the sheriff! Run, gentlemen!
Let's get out.
Oh, Mr. Sheriff, sir, you just missed it. All these people have money, and I don't know why. Also, we lost a lot of money earlier today. I also don't know exactly why. I do, however, know I'm trapped in this sticky stuff, so if you could just cut me out, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Oh, me too.
I don't think this is going to bode well for the castle. I want you to round up all these villagers and bring them to the castle with their money.
Would that be before or after you cut us out of the sticky stuff?
You're going to do it tied up.
Yes, sir. I feel that working conditions here are not optimal.
I don't have enough vacation or health care. And so the sheriff rode back to his castle, scowling and brooding over the nefarious Robin Hood, while the guards rounded up the townspeople and brought them to the castle.
Ah, Sir Guy.
Yes,
Now,
Your Majesty.
I wanted to talk to you about... Wait a minute. Look out the window. Who are all these people?
I do believe, Your Highness, that the Sheriff of Nottingham decided it would be a good idea to interrogate all the peasants because of the unusual amount of money they had in their pockets
Why
today.
do you think that was a good idea?
When has the Sheriff of Nottingham ever had a good idea?
Your Majesty.
Ah, we were looking for you. What do you have to say for yourself? Why are all these people on my front lawn?
Well, you see, sir, they had an inordinate amount of money, considering we had just collected taxes.
Money, where they're peasants.
Well, you know, I just wanted to check in to make sure that they were paying their taxes properly, you know, due diligence.
Now they'll be paying their taxes properly now that they have
Sheriff,
money to give.
Prince John, if I may. Sheriff, you were robbed earlier today, is that correct?
What?
Not in a manner of speaking.
My money was taken from you. I have entrusted you the safety of my land and my money.
Well, sir, it was something that we were working on. We are actively trying to address the problem, and I don't think you need to worry.
Let me draw this out a little bit. You were robbed. They took money.
Well,
And then the peasants have the money.
What?
Did you not think that possibly Robin Hood could be behind this?
well, Robin Hood is an ongoing problem that we are seeking to find solutions.
An ongoing problem? He is a thorn in the prince's side.
Yes, and it hurts very bad.
We are actively seeking solutions, and
Actively, there are people on my front lawn!
We don't need any more proof of the sheriff's incompetence.
oh, I think we need a lot more proof. I mean, I don't think you'll need any more.
No, we don't.
I
He's
mean,
completely incompetent. What do you have to say for yourself? When will you get my gold back?
well, we're working on it, sir. We're just going to raise the taxes in the
You're
town.
working on it in the middle of my lawn.
Well, it was the largest open space available.
I want Robin Hood in jail by tonight. You understand that?
Well, yes, sir. Of course, sir. And I'm the man for the job, most definitely. I have more experience dealing with Robin Hood than anyone else.
The only experience you have, Sheriff, is of getting robbed over and over by Robin Hood.
By Robin Hood.
By Robin Hood. I was just, well, you know, I'm just trying to find the perfect combination of treasure and guard.
Look, it hurts. It hurts in my side. It hurts in my side. I need you to get it out. I need you to get it out of my side and into jail.
Very good, sir. I will work on that right now, and I'll have my best men on it.
And so the Sheriff of Nottingham went off to make reparations for his idiotic action.
Listen, Alan and Dale, you've cost me much of my standing with the prince.
It's,
Your incompetence.
They cost us our standing because they wrapped us up so we fell over, so we couldn't stand anymore. So, what do you want us to do, sir?
Well, I was thinking that perhaps we would take it out of your salary.
Oh, actually, I wanted to talk to you about my salary.
Not now.
Okay.
I want to interview all these people and find out if anyone knows the whereabouts of the bandit known as Robin Hood, particularly that blonde girl over there.
Oh, sir, I've met her before. I would really prefer not to be the one to interview her.
She stands out in a crowd, and besides her pink silk garments, seems
Sir,
to be familiar of
I
a
will just
king's
tell you,
convoy.
anyone but her.
I
Please.
want you
Please not
and
me,
Alan
sir.
and-
Please let Dale. Dale should do this. Dale, you will be perfect for this. You will hit it off a tree.
I want both of you to do it.
Fine, sir.
And report back to me by the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
I want her either in the dungeon or... But mostly in the dungeon, if she
Dungeon's
knows
good.
anything. Yes.
We can do the dungeon.
All right.
All right.
I'll have it answer yet. Let's see who's an idiot for the prince.
Hello and welcome to this fundraising effort for WHET Extemporaneous News Radio. Almost entirely, 100% of our funding comes from listeners like you, and we rely on that funding to continue providing the programs that you like to turn off.
That's right, and now we'll hear from our host, the host of today's, and all of the episodes of Silverdome Radio that you've enjoyed over the years, Mr. Thurgood Van Ivers.
Well, it's absolutely a pleasure to be here and not telling a story. Except that I am telling a story. The story of a radio station. It all began with a dream and 5 cents. You and Jill, I believe, did our first ever talk show, Dog Talk.
That was a fantastic time, and I think listeners today will still recall the wonderful discussions we had and the issues that were covered.
Does anything really stand out to you more than anything else about that time?
I think the thing, in retrospect, I think the strength and the development into the human experience of taking care of dogs, something as simple as that.
We really do. That's one thing I love about our work, is we really challenge the intellect.
It is intellectually challenging to listen to us. That is true. So if you've got a few dollars that you want to send to support this valuable service, feel free to send it to 301-648-4201. That is the number to call to make your pledge, your support for Extemporaneous Radio. I really think it's important that we support services that we use for free on a daily basis, I'm sure. And so you can send that money, send it in. We'd love to have it.
And now we return to the story of Robin Hood, retold by the Silverdome Players.
Oh, my maids, Marian and Marianne. How I wish King Richard was still here at the castle. I just despise Prince John.
Oh, me too, love, me too.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just too demanding. I'm kind of afraid he's going to want to marry me someday.
Oh, no, that would be horrific.
Oh, no.
What about poor Robin Hood, then?
Robin Hood. Oh, I miss him. Where do you think he is?
I have no idea.
But he's bravely taken some gold to give back to the people. He's got a good heart, that one.
Of course he does.
Unbeknownst to Maid Marian, Robin Hood was scaling the castle wall to climb to her chamber.
Okay, all right. Oh, this wall is so tall. It's a tall wall. Hello. Maid Marian.
Yes?
Yes?
Maid Marian.
Yes?
Oh, yes?
No, the pretty one. I like that one.
Oh, that's me.
No,
That's me too.
no. I thought there was one.
Robin!
Oh, that Marian. There she is. Hello, little lady.
How did you get here, Robin?
Well, I climbed that wall, you see. It's really tall and...
I was just wishing you would come.
Right. I was wishing I would come too.
Well, I'm so happy you're here.
Well, yes, I missed you too. How you doing?
Well, it's rather awful being around Prince John all the time. Robin, I'm afraid he'll want me to marry him.
maid marrying Prince John. Oh my gosh. What? Who's this?
So then I thought to myself, maybe I would introduce him later.
I gotta hide.
Let's just go check on the Maid Marian. Oh, that's a good idea. Alright. Maid Marian! Just a pretty one! Are you in there?
Yes, enter.
It's me, Dale. And me, Alan. We just wanted to come and check on you. Make sure everything was alright for the evening and that you hadn't seen any scoundrels or scallywags or ragamuffins.
Well, so kind of you to come and check. I'm fine. I have both of my maids, Marianne and Marian. They will protect me if there ever were anyone, scary about.
Oh, they're pretty scary themselves. All they would have to do to protect you is just like look at you. Hey, good night.
Are they gone?
Yes, you can come out, Robin.
Who are they?
Well, they're kind of the bumbling idiots of the castle. But they're gone.
Right. They are pretty bumbling.
Yes.
Anyways, where were we?
Prince John has threatened to marry me. What will I do, Robin?
Prince John marrying Marian? That can't be. I'll marry you. How's that?
Robin, I thought you'd never ask.
Well, I was getting around to it, but I thought I would climb the tall wall first and tell you here.
Well, it was so brave of you.
Thank you.
So when shall we marry?
In the morning.
I'll wait for you here.
Farewell, Marian. I'll see you in the morning.
All right, Robin.
But what did he say, love?
Oh, Marian, my maid. He's going to marry me.
Finally!
Wonderful.
I'm so glad he finally got around to asking.
You're going to be Mrs. Hood from now on.
Mrs. Hood, that has a nice ring to it, don't you think? I wish I was a Mrs. Hood.
I wish I was too. Does he have any brothers?
Well, perhaps he does, but you're both coming with me. Let's pack. We have to be ready in the morning.
Of course, so much to do.
Meanwhile, the two bumbling guards, Alan and Dale, were escorting the mysterious woman with blonde hair and pink silk to the dungeons to interrogate her.
Oh, Dale, get her off! Get her off!
Okay, good boy. Now, give me your dog. Do you know who I am? Oh, tie her to the chair. To the chair.
You can do anything you want, but I'll never talk. Never. I'm as silent as the grave at midnight under a spreading oak with a raven perched in its branches.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I consider myself a poet.
Right, so what's your name?
Janice.
So, Poet Janice. That's your occupation, poet?
Well, me more of a peasant. I live in the village of Nottingham.
And what are you doing with this gold?
Nothing. I mean, I haven't decided what to spend it on yet. There's so many things. There's these shoes that I've had my eye on for like a month. They're amazing.
Alright, no. We don't want to know what you're planning to spend the gold on. We want to know, where did you get the gold?
This looks suspiciously familiar to me.
Oh, nowhere. I mean, I just got it from the nice man who comes to our village and gives us gold from time to time.
Uh-huh, the nice man who gives out gold.
Yeah, tell us about the nice man.
He's like Santa Claus, except he's like a stud. Because he's not like Santa, except that he comes and gives us stuff. But he's tall and he's handsome. He's got this mysterious goatee and an old soul. His biceps that ripple like the waves.
All right. I think we know who you're talking about. Me, of course.
No, she's talking about me. I come in and give them gold, right?
What gold do you have?
Oh, just my monthly pay, really.
You give away your monthly pay?
I would if people talked about my biceps rippling like that.
You never gave me any pay.
What are we talking about?
Sagaya, I didn't even see you come in.
I came to observe your interrogation tactics, which obviously are pathetic.
I thought they were doing a great job.
You would, wouldn't you?
She thought we were doing a great job, sir.
Yeah, we have
The
answers.
point is not to please the interrogatee.
Oh, make a note of that, not to please.
I'm gonna go pour out her tea.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Leave us!
Who are you? What do you want with me?
My name is Sir Guy of Gisborne.
I won't marry you.
That was not in the least crossing my brain. Where did you get the gold?
Well, I was telling them that this man, and when I say man, I mean really a hero, who comes into our village and spreads largesse from time to time.
What does he look like?
Sort of like a young Greek god.
I didn't mean specific qualities of his bodice. I meant specifically, what does he wear? Who's he with? When does he come into town? Where does he live? Those are the things I need to know, and now.
He was a feathered cap. He is with a troop. Merry man is the only way I
Robin Hood!
Ah! What?
It's Robin Hood.
That makes sense. You know, I never put that together, but I guess the whole traveling around.
Do you know where he lives?
Yes.
That sounded rather pensive.
No, I do.
Will you lead me to where he lives?
What's in it for me?
I run this country. Nobody realizes that Prince John is my puppet.
He's a puppet! I'm scared of puppets!
It's a figure of speech, woman. Silence.
Oh.
I pull the strings. I control where he goes and what he does, and how much he taxes and when he taxes.
Oh.
Robin Hood is a thorn in my side, not in his side. I paint the picture of the Prince John being a misused noble. He's an oaf.
Well, I might be able to help you. See, I connect with you. I'm a bit ambitious myself. I've always thought my name would look good in lights. Specifically, the torch lights surrounding the manor of the Sheriff of Nottingham. Janice, Sheriff, of Nottingham.
It'd be better than our option now.
So here's what you do. I'll lead you to Robin Hood if you help me to become the new Sheriff of Nottingham.
Not a problem in the least. It would make me happiest man alive to do away with the current Sheriff of Nottingham.
Okay, but I'm still not gonna marry you.
Good.
And with that, he released Janice, and they went off into the night to carry out their scheme. So Guy of Gisborne sought Prince John in his tower.
Prince John, I have some terrible news for you.
What is it?
The Sheriff of Nottingham has unfortunately fallen off the highest parapet, and he's splattered at the bottom of your moat.
Ah.
But
Yes.
I have an idea. And a replacement.
Right.
Her name is Janice. She's a bit eccentric, but I think she can
Her
get
name.
the job.
Her name.
Her name, sir. She'll get the job done. And I have an idea.
Yes.
Of how we can get Robin Hood out of his stupid little forest camp and into our clutches at last. You will marry Maid Marian.
Guy, I always thought you understood me. I'm only interested in one thing. Power. Money.
This will get you that, sir. We have the wedding ceremony, so to speak. Robin Hood, of course, will come flying from the forest, try to rescue his maid, and we get him.
Yes. You know, I say it's inspired. All right.
Ingenious, even.
Indeed. What is her maid's name? Marian?
Marian.
Maid Marian? Marian.
Maid Marian. Yes, it's Maid Marian.
Summon Marian.
Yes?
No, not Maid Marian's Maid Marian. We want Maid Marian.
Prince John's gonna marry her?
But I'm here!
She's only...
Silence! We want Maid Marian.
I'm here!
This is Maid Marian's Maid Marian.
All right, this is too confusing. I don't want to marry her. Bring me someone I'd like
I
to marry.
don't want to marry you either!
All right, well then, off with you.
All right then.
Oh, I've got the right Maid Marian here.
Ah, yes, that's more like it.
Prince John, I'm here.
It's lovely
you
to see you,
require
my
of
dear.
me?
Lovely to see you. Yes, I wondered if I might ask you to marry me.
Marry you.
And when
Indeed.
he says ask, he means he's
Yes, of course,
requiring you
because
to
you
marry
see,
him.
You see, with this sort of thing, you have two options. You can marry me, or you can have a nice little appointment with the gallows.
I'll never marry you.
Gallows it is then!
Right. You know, I would hate to see that beautiful little face of yours be turned all pale and bloody.
This beautiful little face will never be your wife.
I do think the contrary.
And so, Prince John and Guy of Gisborne went off to plot the trap, and Allendale took Maid Marian and tossed her in the dark dungeon. Meanwhile, out in the forest, Robin Hood was planning his own wedding and means of rescuing his dear Maid Marian.
My merry gentlemen gather
Right,
round.
so Robin,
What can we do for you, eh?
All right, here's what I've got in my head. I have devised a scheme to get my maid, Marion. We get out of this forest and sneak very sneakily over to the castle. We put our feet on each other to make a tower. You see?
Yeah,
Made out of men.
You mean we stand on
Right,
each other?
right. That's what I said.
I did that
okay.
once.
So we make a man tower, and then I will be at the top of the tower to rescue Marion.
Right. Now, where are we going to build the man tower? In the middle of the town?
I haven't thought through that right yet. That's why I gathered right here, so we could devise it together, you see?
Well, what do we do with her when she's back here in the forest with us?
Well, I'll marry her.
We need a priest.
That's what I'm here for.
Tuck, my boy. Right. I've been meaning to talk to you about this. Mm-hmm. I'd like you to marry us.
What, you mean marry both of you?
You can't marry both of them. How is he going to marry you, sir?
Well, not at the same time, you see. Just make sure.
Oh, like one after the other.
Marry you individually?
I can't do that. That's
not
right.
exactly.
Let's get back to this man tower.
Right.
Where are
The
we
man
gonna
tower.
We're gonna build it in the forest.
I think I shall run up the tower with the help of my men. We will make sure I get to the top of the tower at the castle using your shoulders.
Wait, there's someone coming.
Boy, I see someone coming.
Mr. Rudd!
Oh, that's me?
I come with very bad news about Maid Marian. She's been locked in her dungeon because she's refused to marry Prince John, and she's supposed to be hanged tomorrow morning.
Marry Prince John? We can't have that.
We've got to build a man tower now. We've
Right.
got to go rescue him.
Right, man tower. Man tower time. Assemble men.
Very good, sir.
Let's go.
And so, Robin Hood and his merry men went off to the castle at Nottingham to build their man tower and to rescue the poor dear Maid Marian, who languished in the dungeon.
This song actually makes me think of a recent drive I took through the country, and as I went, I turned on my radio, and there, what should be playing but WHET Extemporaneous Radio? And I really started to think to myself, what if this did not exist? Have you ever thought to yourself, what if this did not exist? I mean, all that would be left would be talk radio and pop hits.
A gaping hole indeed. And now I'd like to go to a very special guest that we've got in the studio here, and that is Alex Tieran. Alex has participated in several of our broadcasts in the past, and we're very grateful to have him. And he's actually been taking on sort of as a protege.
A protege?
For Thurgood Van Ivers, who's been our narrator for a very long time.
I wouldn't flatter myself to fill those shoes.
So what do you think the greatest challenge in trying to fill the shoes of someone like Thurgood is when approached for the first time?
Oh, absolutely. The greatest challenge is the vocal alacrity, the vocal intelligence, the vocal gymnastics.
So true.
The vocal statistics, one might say.
Thurgood was just saying how much he appreciated the sound of silence, and we hope, as our listeners, you do not appreciate the sound of silence. We depend on you as listeners to both contribute financially to the mission of Extemporaneous,
all extemporaneous, all the time.
All extemporaneous, all the time, here on WHET. We've got another guest in the studio, Mr. Wills Osborne of Llewellyn Realtors.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Thanks for coming on the show. Tell us a little bit about why you're in the studio today.
I'm in the studio today because I got off work early, and I had time to drop by.
Well, we're very glad you did.
A radio station that you drop by, but it's an important part of your life. What would life be without somewhere to drop
without
by?
dropping by?
Without
yes,
dropping by.
Your
need
friendly
that
local
dose.
radio station.
That's right.
That's true. Yeah,
That's right. So, Wills, really, in so many ways, you are what we are all about.
Yes, I am.
And let's go to line one. Hello, you're on the summer membership campaign.
Hi, yes. One large pepperoni, please. And sign up breadsticks. And hello.
Hey,
hello?
Janice, are you screening these calls?
I'm screening them!
To
But
show.
while we have you on the line, would you like to donate some money to our radio station?
Oh, does that come? If I do I get the pizza?
We do have a few coupons hanging on the kitchen in the
break room.
Break room?
Sure. I'll donate the price of the value of a coupon.
There is no value in the coupon, but it's worth $15. How about a $15 donation?
Okay, whatever, man. I just want my pepperoni.
Great, we're going to transfer you back to Janice, and she'll take down your information.
Thanks.
Wow. You know, Thurgood, that was a $15 donation.
That was incredible.
Our
I love the passion of our listeners.
Single largest donation in Silverdome history.
I am flabbergasted by the loyalty and the love that I feel right now coming through our phone lines.
Thank you, Wills, for making that sale. You seemed like one of those really go-getter public radio salesmen.
Thank you very much. I try my best. I'm always about supporting the public radio by the money of the listeners.
We're in a very exciting mode right now. As you can see, we've just reached past the bottom of the hour. It is 3:30, and for the next hour, from 3:30 to 4:30, we have a matching pledge in effect. So for every $100 you donate, Wills Osborne will donate 100% of the proceeds he makes from the house that he sells this year.
Wow.
100% for
now
every house.
That is a big...
That is a kind of loyalty.
This is my pledge to the station. If I'm able to make some money of my own, I'm willing to
Give
down.
And that right there,
yeah.
that is the kind of heart that really makes public radio possible.
We want loyal listener serfs, is what we want.
Yes, loyal listeners
we want you to
who
join
feel
the
indebted
surf
and
circle.
Obligated.
Right, the surf circle.
Yes.
That's their entry level.
Yes.
There's
we
also
say
slave.
that and people think we're saying a safe circle, but we're not.
Well, you know, I want to get to those calls, but we're just about out of time. Let's return to the regularly scheduled program, and we'll be back for another update on our fundraising drive right after this.
Meanwhile, down below Nottingham Castle, in the darkest, dampest, and deepest dungeon, Janice paced outside Maid Marian's cell, planning how to capture Robin Hood.
Okay, so when they come, what am I going to be wearing? I'm going to be wearing something pink, obviously. I think I should... You know what? This is never going to work. This is a terrible idea. This is silly, because what'll happen is, how is Robin Hood even going to know she's there? I better talk to her. Make sure that Robin Hood's definitely coming. Guard, open this door! Oh, hello.
Who might you be?
I am the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Okay.
Anyway, well, I'm not the same Sheriff of Nottingham, that old fat guy. My name is Janice, and I am your worst nightmare.
Okay.
So, let me get this straight. The prince offered to marry you, and you turned down a really rich guy. Why? What was the motivation there?
I have no desire to marry Prince John.
But he's really rich.
Riches have no meaning to me.
Okay, let me explain it. You take money, and then you go out and buy things. Now that you understand that, the marriage thing still isn't making sense?
I don't care. My heart belongs to another.
Ooh, drama. Who?
The most handsome, tall, dark... Well, he wears green tights, but... Robin Hood.
You like Robin Hood?
Well, of course.
But I like Robin Hood.
Well, too bad.
Too bad for you. You're the one going to the gallows.
He'll come save me. I know he will.
Oh, sure. After you're gone, who's going to be around to console him? Moi. Myself. And you will be only a treasured memory of his past. Darn it, he's still going to be in love with you. This is not going to work. Okay, alright. So, how do you know that he's going to come and save you?
Because he's my love. I know it in my heart.
Uh-huh. Did the bluebird of happiness come down and land on your shoulder and tell you to follow the power of your dreams also?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, this is... Guard! Guard! Where's that guard? The guard is never here! Guard!
I'm right here.
Thank goodness. Go and get Sir Guy. I'm having second thoughts, cold feet, trepidations, and palpitations about this whole plan.
Oh, yes, sir.
Listen, we're gonna get this all straightened out. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure out a nice way for you to die without Robin Hood being in love with you anymore.
Good luck.
Hopefully I'll get rich out of it also.
Janice.
There you are!
What do you want?
Oh, so many things! But for right now, I need to talk to you about this whole plan. She loves Robin Hood. And apparently he loves her.
That's the point.
I think I missed this part.
His love for her will draw him closer to us so I can finally kill him.
Wait, you're planning to kill Robin Hood?
Yes.
You never said that. You just said you wanted to stop him. You
Stop,
said you wanted
kill,
to. You said you wanted
synonymous.
to take care of him. I thought we were gonna, like, take care of him. Like, make sure he was okay.
Take care, deal with, arrange an accident.
This all seems very ambiguous to me.
We're going to kill him. That is the point.
Uh-huh.
He is going to die.
I see. Okay. Well, I have some things I need to check on. So, why don't you just take over for her? I was in the middle of telling her how she's going to die and explaining about money. She's a little clueless about some of this stuff.
Hey, Sir Guy.
Yes, what do you want?
There's a group of men outside the gate wanting to get in. They look like they're some sort of traveling circus act.
I love circuses. Are there clowns and elephants
Janice,
and
shut
popcorn?
They build human towers.
Human towers? You don't mean like a man tower?
No, not a man tower. To the gates!
They raced out of the dungeons and up towards the castle. But already, the merry men had formed their man tower and were streaming into the castle.
Do the man tower! Alright, come on, I'm going to the top. Let's go. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay!
Here's the chamber! Open the door!
Maid Marian!
Hello?
Hello? No, the pretty one. Where is she?
I am the pretty one, I told you.
Oh, it's Maid Marian's Maid Marian. We want Maid Marian.
Could you speed it up?
Steady down there, men. Steady. Whoa. Steady.
So I have one question. Why are you all the way up here if you're looking for the other Maid Marian when she's in the dungeon?
She's in the
Wait. She's in the dungeon.
It's at the bottom of the castle, not the top. What are you doing all the way up here?
Are you saying we made a man tower for no reason?
That was a bloody good man tower too.
Yes. Wait. Steady, men.
And the man tower collapsed, but Robin Hood held on to the balcony and pulled himself into the room. Because he had managed to hold on to the balcony and pull himself into the room, Robin Hood now found himself alone in the tower with a horde of guards rushing towards the chamber.
I'll get you, Robin Hood. We know that you've won some battles in the past, but we're gonna show you a little something about pain now.
You can try.
On Gardy!
Down they fought, down the stairs, through the chamber hall, across the banquet, and down into the dungeon, until he found himself outside Maid Marian's cell, quickly killing the guards who were surrounding him. He knocked on the door.
Hello?
Maid Marian! Are you in there?
Robin! I knew you would come!
Oh, what are you doing in the dungeon? I thought you were in the tower.
Oh, my darling, I've been sentenced to death.
I hate to interrupt this gorgeous love scene, Robin Hood, but you're dead. I finally have you in my clutches.
You'll never kill me.
They crossed swords, battling back and forth down the dungeon corridor.
Jackanapes!
And tapestries were ripped, and they battled back and forth. Until finally, Guy backed him into a corner with his sword at his throat.
Finally, it's time for the blood of Robin Hood to be spilt.
Just at that moment, Janice whacked him in the back of the head.
Take that!
Janice stood there as Guy of Gisborne collapsed. She held a club and looked at Robin Hood with eyes of desire.
I saved you! Let's get married!
Oh my, I don't know who you are.
No, it's me, it's Janice, your long-lost love.
Right, I don't know you and I don't love you.
What do you mean you don't love me?
My
do
heart-
you know
my
how
heart-
much plotting and planning I've done in order to be able to save your life?
Listen! My heart belongs to Marian.
The girl in the dungeon.
The maid, yes.
Well, if that's how you feel, and your heart can never be mine, then your heart will never belong to anyone.
And she grabbed Sir Guy of Gisborne's sword, and they crossed swords and fought back and forth in front of when suddenly Janice collapsed and Prince John stood there brandishing a club.
No, only I will stop your heart from beating.
And they crossed swords and battled back and forth in front of the dungeon. When suddenly, and Maid Marian stood there as Prince John collapsed, having picked the lock of her dungeon with a hairpin and holding a club.
Ah, I'm so glad I finally got to do that.
Marian! I didn't know you had that in you.
Finally, Now we can be together. Now we can get married.
It's about time. Time to get married, I say.
And all the merry men troop down victoriously, having taken the castle.
All right, Tuck, my boy, come here.
Oh, yes, what?
It's time for me and Marion to get married.
All right.
Would you marry us?
Why, of course.
Excellent.
Do you, Robin Hood, take Maid Marian to be...
And as these sacred
wedding
words were
wife?
spoken, all was well in Nottingham and Sherwood, with one minor exception.
You don't think he's noticed that we're not actually in his merry band, do you?
I know, these robes are pretty protective. They don't really show much, do they?
I'd like to rob from the rich to protect to feed
I
the
know,
poor.
me too.
All right,
Whatever pays the bills, you know.
And that was the greatest day of my life, Mr. Scribe. That was the glorious days of Robin Hood in old England, when yeomen were strong and knights were bold, and all was good.
My thanks to you, sir. The king will be delighted to have this story in the history of our great England.
Spot me another pint, will ya?
This has been Silverdome Radio's 7th annual birthday broadcast. A tale of chivalry and of a time gone by. The tale of Robin Hood. Thank you for listening to Silverdome Radio and WHET Extemporaneous Radio Family Hour. This has been the 7th annual birthday broadcast. Joining us in the studio today, Alex Tieran.
Give us another pint, eh?
Ben Keeler.
Hello, hello, hello.
Danny Mays.
There are hundreds of people on my front lawn.
Elise Rakucci.
Oh, Robin.
Aaron Jones.
But I am Maid Marian.
Garrett Rakucci.
Robin Hood is dead!
Jared Ray.
Do you think this is a good idea?
David Somerville.
I like pie.
And Jason Cunningham.
Oh, look at the mess Maid Marian's made. Marian made.
Let me do that again. Hello and welcome to Post-Show Notes, the part of the show where we talk about what happened during the show and outside of the show. And let's start with, of course, Alex Tieran.
Of course. Well, my favorite part was probably either Garrett saying "you're mine" or Danny saying that he was not interested in women and no one understood him. But those parts did not get into the show, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
In context, those sound much less weird than they do.
Oh, not entirely.
I don't think so.
That's why they're not in the show.
All right, Ben Keeler.
Well, it would be both of those for sure, and then of course, your line. This is not strip radio.
Which it is not.
This is not strip radio.
It is not.
Yeah.
This is not strip radio.
All right.
Wow.
Good.
Danny Mays.
Good. I think it was good that we all had British accents. It sort of gave us something to
I don't
work
think
on.
I had a British
focus
accent
on.
at all.
I was trying to be.
I said something.
I was trying to be encouraging. You had a British accent occasionally.
Like a British immigrant 30 years later.
We found that Elise Rakucci, no longer Elise Mays.
All right.
Elise Rakucci is a fantastic director. She actually will come in and tell everyone. It works
Just
really
shut
well.
up!
It's like, shut up! You stop!
I'm thinking next show she might just be director.
Yeah,
That's what we should
Yeah.
do.
She's got it hidden down.
I'd be honored.
David Somerville.
My favorite part was the man tower.
Yep. You stole mine.
Down.
Build a man tower.
Easy.
A tower of men.
That was pretty good.
Manhood.
Elise Rakucci.
I thought the part David forgetting Aaron's name was quite funny.
Yes.
I have to
Okay.
be honest.
All right.
And
Distracted.
oh no.
And
I'm
stupid.
That's clearly true.
Aaron, now's your time to retort.
Can't work under these conditions. My favorite part was anytime David was on his iPod and it turned into an 80s dance party. Amazing. 80s rock musical next time.
We will be releasing the version where all the background music is actually just Rick James.
Garrett Rakucci.
Yeah, the man tower was good. Yeah, me saying that Ben was mine. That was fun. Yeah, I think
I hate to interrupt this love scene, but you're mine.
Yeah, slightly not good. Oh yeah, those were highlights.
Some very unfortunate
and just the whole love triangle between Ben and my wife and David,
That's
which
all
is
I
just
need.
weird as
Oh,
Janice,
so
and it's just confusing. But it was good.
Man, all right, Jared Ray.
Hello. I pretty much enjoyed watching David argue and interrogate himself. That was pretty good. And how all of our, me and Ben's accents kind of evolved into different things.
fluctuated.
That was
They
pretty
went
good.
around the world.
Yeah.
Although we did get through a show
I'll roll
without
it down
Jason
under.
doing a French accent.
Yeah,
So-
that is a miracle. My favorite part. There's so many things in the show that were really, really good. Boy, it's hard to pick just one, and I always come to this point of the show, and I'm just thinking, I don't know. You know,
That's so deep.
It is very deep. I might have to, after you leave, go and record me saying something that I actually like best. I will note one thing, that these little magnetic beads that we have been really the hit of the show. Everyone's been playing with them. They were
They sound like
campfires.
fire.
We didn't have any campfires.
They're stress relieving.
They are stress
Yeah.
in this very stressful
Very
environment.
fun. It's like occupational therapy.
Definitely, the Man Tower was funny. Had a lot of good points. I'm looking forward to editing it and seeing what we end up with.
Don't lie
So
about it.
sorry.
Don't lie
Don't lie about it.
It. Cutting out like 75%. We're at 97 minutes now, so let's see if we can get that down to
Yeah,
30.
but a lot of that's retakes. So.
Can you just keep all the goofy stuff and string it all together?
I'll try my best.
The outtakes.
I got our last
dub
recording.
in
today.
Errol Flynn.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Well, thanks so much for listening. And you can check us out all our shows on silverdomedia.com. And, of course, join our Facebook page. If you're listening to this, you probably don't really even care, but...
And why would you be listening? How would you get a hold of this?
No, to avoid it. And we'll see you all for the Christmas broadcast 2011.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
Aha!